Deadbolt, Don Peoples. Let's talk about it. So we got to get into my man Tom Brady officially announcing his retirement amongst all the speculation for the last few days. He announced his retirement today after 22 years playing in the NFL. Like, just to think about that in its totality is crazy when you got people who have multiple concussions. Don't the average, I think, NFL career is like 3 years or something like that. So for him to play 22 years at the highest level is a feat in itself. But the question is, why would Tom Brady retire basically at the top of his game? Physical condition, he's at the top of his game. You know, he's doing yoga and all that stuff. What's making my man Tom Brady just walk away from the game? And he's also considered for the NFL MVP this year. So what will make Tom Brady just walk away on top? Even though they ain't winning the Super Bowl, you know, he's on top as far as his performance level. Why would he walk away? And he has such a competitive drive and walk away on a losing season. That's the question we need to be asking. And I think what they're trying to sweep under the rug is the relationship that he had with Bruce Arians. I mean, I really don't think, Tom Brady was fond of Bruce Arians and the way Bruce Arians handles his players. And, Bruce Arians is from the old school. So, he's talk shit, swallow spit type coach. He's going to get in your face. He's going to use profanity. That's his type of game. And I think, Tom Brady was rubbed the wrong way by him. Just how he handled everybody. And I don't think he wanted to come back to that. And obviously, if he would have made a bicker about it, I don't think Brady had it in him to go to another team. I don't think that was in the cards at all either, to just pick up and go to another team. You have to remember he played 20 years with one team. So, to move again within another 2 years, I think it was just too much for him. But his relationship with Bruce Arians is not talked about enough. I think the way, the Antonio Brown situation was handled really rubbed Brady the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? The way that, that situation kind of spiraled out of control in the middle of a football game, and the way Bruce Arians handled that situation. Like, they trying to keep everything quiet about how, he addressed AB to get back in the game, or basically, you're not on this team anymore. I don't think he was fond of that whole response and how Bruce Arians, coaches the game. And, I think that just didn't sit well with him. I think Bruce Arians could have obviously handled that a lot better. If AB was hurt and wasn't able to go back into the game, it should have just been that. He's hurt. He can't go back into the game. And that should have been the end of it. I think, all the extra stuff that went with it, like he's no longer with the team and, all that type of stuff, I think really just rubbed the quarterback the wrong way, because him and AB are friends. Let's not forget, Tom Brady is the one that got AB to come to Tampa Bay. So, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because, he asked AB to come to Tampa Bay, get a ring, help him, get back to the Super Bowl. And, AB delivered last year in helping them get a Super Bowl ring. And this year, the way the Antonio Brown situation was handled, I don't think it just made Brady a happy camper once AB was gone, because he knew how it got handled. And if anybody, because I was wondering, like, when that situation was going down, like, why Brady really didn't say nothing, or it doesn't seem like he was going to bat for Antonio Brown, when I really think behind the scenes, that's exactly what he was doing. I think he was going to bat for Antonio Brown. I think he was keeping him clean from trouble. And, I just think the Bruce Arians situation was the straw that broke the camel's back. And AB just snapped out. But I think that put a permanent strain between Tom Brady and Tampa Bay. And I think Tom knew right then that this would be his last year in the league. because you got to think about it. Somebody with Tom Brady's stature, would need a celebration tour. Like, you knew that this was his last year, so he can go around and get his flowers, right? But for him to retire so abruptly, and then also leave Tampa Bay in the flux because they don't have a backup quarterback that can come in and, take them to the Super Bowl or even the playoffs for that matter. So, I think they're going to have a hard time. I know they wish they had Jameis Winston back, but I think they're going to have a hard time replacing Brady, right off top. And, Bruce Arians and Tampa Bay, I think they're in a situation now where, they're left holding the bag, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because of what their actions were and stuff like that. I think Brady just decided, like, the hell with it. I'm just going to go ahead and retire, not believing in the roster coming back, thinking that they're probably not going to bring back Chris Godwin. Obviously, with Mike Evans being the only true receiver, it just didn't add up for a Super Bowl run. And I think Brady knew that. So instead of, getting his body tore up even more or putting himself at risk for a permanent injury, he decided to step away. And he's had a great career, man. I mean, with him and Belichick, discovering him in the 6th round, molding him into the greatest winning quarterback of our generation. I think that says a lot for Belichick, and I think it says a lot for Brady because Brady was able to win, the year after in Tampa Bay without Belichick. But as you can see, Belichick, he's still in the playoffs. He's still showing that he's a great coach. I think those dudes made a lot of history together. And, I think when he went to Tampa Bay, I think he only thought maybe a couple. I don't think he wanted just one ring. I think he would have loved to have at least 2 rings. And I think he really wanted to retire a champion. And I think if he would have known that the inner workings of the team would have fell apart the way they did this year, I think he would have retired last year after winning the Super Bowl, like similar to what Ray Lewis did. Ray Lewis won. Shit, he retired, went off into the wind. I think Tom would have did the same thing. I think it was just certain guarantees that was made that, he felt comfortable coming back another year. But I think he just misjudged it, man. And I'm not going to say it was the waste of year because it was one of the better careers. I mean, one of the best seasons he had of his career. Might not win the MVP, but he's in the final running. So, I mean, that should tell you something that a 45-year-old man, can still be out here and competing at this type of level. So I hate that, Brady decided to hang him up. I think he could have played a couple more years in the right system, the right situation. But I just think, with all the turmoil that was starting to happen in Tampa Bay, him not getting along with the coach, I just think he felt like before all that got out and it just got sloppy and he had to like walk out on some drama, I just think he decided just to leave on his own terms. Like this was the time. So we definitely got to commend Tom Brady for having a hell of a career. One of the best quarterbacks of all time, in my opinion. Do I feel like a few Super Bowls might have been given to him along the way? Yes, but that's a part of entertainment. But for him to be able to hold on this long, playing at this type of high level and going out on his terms, not injured, or, not being able to walk, you know what I mean? I think that says a lot. But, the real reason why he retired is obviously more deeper than him just walking away. Obviously, him getting into it behind the scenes with the coach and not really, feeling the direction that they're going, I think really had a big part of it. But I want y'all to get in the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like Tom Brady is retiring because, hey, he's played 22 years, enough is enough, let's hang it up while the getting is good? Or do you feel, with the Antonio Brown situation and everything that was spiraling out of control in Tampa Bay, do you think that contributed to him saying, let me go ahead and hang it up now before, the water spills out the cup? But I want to get y'all opinion on this, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification tab so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy Don Peoples.